Hi everyone, in this video we're going to do a comparison between Byte and Invisalign. And you're lucky enough that the two of us are in the same household and we're starting this process at the same time. So we're going to show you everything about what we went through, and eventually we're going to give you little updates spread way out because you're not going to see enough happening in a very short amount of time. Hello, Joe.
Hello, Joe. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. So, like he mentioned, Joe and I are going to go through two different invisible aligner treatments over the course of the next 6 months to a year. So 9 months, a year, something like that.
I have a year for sure.
Yeah, and I think mine's 9 months.
Okay.
But we can kind of give you an idea of the time frames and what we did. And I haven't even opened my box yet. It arrived yesterday, but we saved it for this. So I'll even do my unboxing here, and you've got your stuff.
Yep.
So to start this, so May 6th.
May 6th.
My stuff arrived yesterday, but we both started this process on exactly February 24th. So what did you do on February 24th?
So on February 24th, I went to my dentist for a normal cleaning and checkup, and I knew in the back of my brain, especially doing these videos over the past year, and when I would look at my profile, man, I gotta get these teeth under control. So when I was there, I said to him, I know you do Invisalign. What do you think? Is it stupid to do it at my age? He's like, no. I mean, and he's a friend, so he's not like trying to sell me. So that day I decided, he said it's about a 4 to 6 week process once you get the impressions to when you finally first get, the first set. I don't know why I'm lost for a word.
I'll fill in your words.
Yeah, she'll fill in the further words. So anyhow, so that day, right after I had my cleaning done, I said yes, and he took me in another room, and that's where I got all the impressions done.
And how was that process for you?
It was fine. I have believe it or not, I physically have a small mouth, so it was sort of painful in the sense that I had to keep my jaw open, my mouth open, and stuff. But it was fine. It wasn't painful in the sense that it hurt.
Just uncomfortable.
Yeah, it was just uncomfortable. Yeah.
Got it. So I texted Joe because he had been at the dentist for what felt like forever, and I just said, "Are you okay?" And he said, "Invisalign," and I was like, "Oh no, you're not beating me to the punch." And so I got online and I looked for alternatives. I don't know if I asked you the price in text or not, so we'll talk about price and the difference in a bit. But I was like, "Oh hell no." So I started looking up all the alternatives just because I knew Invisalign was probably way out of my budget. And I stumbled on a company called Byte, and it's B-Y-T-E, and read a bunch of reviews. And one of the things that initially interested me with that one was that they had a nighttime only option. So rather than 22 hours a day, you wear it for 10. But that's not why I chose it. But anyway, I literally pressed my order on that same day that he did his, where I ordered my impression kit. My kit arrived to make my own impressions at home in the comfort of my own kitchen 2 days later. So free 2-day shipping to get those to you. So that was sort of my process. And then I did my impressions at home. I had to take pictures of my teeth, myself, like the inside of my mouth, the bottom. So doing it all on my own was a little bit hairy. I probably could have benefited even from you taking the pictures for me. But when that kit arrived, I did it in my kitchen, and you make 2 sets. I don't know if you did too, but with the mail-in, I had to make 2 full sets of top and 2 full sets of bottom. And I guess that's in case there is any issue or discrepancy, then they can compare. And then I sent them back, and the time frame for me also would have been 4 to 6 weeks. The difference is that I decided I also wanted to talk to our dentist, we have the same one, and get him to sort of look at what the process was going to be for me. And that took some time for me to by the time I went and saw him, I didn't actually hit go on my order until April 22nd.
We apologize that we didn't actually, and maybe you're going to be glad you didn't see all of this, but if we had known we were going to do this video, we would have, I think I would have filmed you doing your stuff at home, and I would have asked, the dentist is cool, he would have totally let me set up probably could have done a GoPro on his on his head, right? We strapped one on, but anyhow, so we didn't get the process of the making the impressions. But for some reason, when they were doing mine, when they send them away to Invisalign has to, between the photos that they took of me, of regular photos with his iPhone and sent them, and the impressions, Invisalign has to approve that they've gotten everything perfect. And they didn't, one of the impressions wasn't correct. So I had to go back in March 8th. So my first appointment was the 24th for my cleaning, when I said yes. Then I went back in on March 8th to get those corrected,
impressions done
redone,
again. Right.
to then send away. Right.
So then you figure yours came in on April 22nd. So
Yep.
from the 8th to the 22nd is probably about that 6-week time frame, I'm
Yep.
guessing.
Yep.
Somebody can do the math for me. I was approved on March 11th. So you did your second impression on
The 8th.
the 8th. They approved my impressions and my photos on the 11th, and I actually paid for it on March 11th. So I committed on March 11th, which I forgot, because then I talked to the dentist, and so I was going to maybe look at other alternatives, and then I realized, oh, well, I already paid for it anyway. So there you have it. But I still wanted him to look at the treatment plan and get clarity on questions, and he did give me some good things. So when you're dealing with, I think, any of these things and you're not being monitored by a dentist the whole time, or orthodontist, or whoever's doing this kind of stuff for you, if all of a sudden somewhere during my treatment, if there was like a big gap that was appearing where there shouldn't be or something, I wanted to know that they would stop my process even though I'm far away, and they could reevaluate and reassess and then take me in a different path. So that's what I wanted to be sure of, and Byte confirmed with me that they absolutely do that.
And the one thing we left out that I got and Joellen got is we got an electronic version of looking at our impression in
Like
our
a 3D.
a 3D version of our mouth, and you could move a slider and it would show you what you look like now, and as you slid it, what you would look like 12 months from now, or 9 months from now in her case.
Yep.
So we got to approve that, and when I looked at mine initially, I thought that my top teeth still didn't come in as far as I wanted them to. So I asked them to redo the 3D model to push them in even further, which meant whatever the dentist was going to do when he fit me for the first set was going to help move that. And it can only be done so far. You can't get it to where it's like perfect.
Well, you have a bite issue versus just
I think
straightening your teeth.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So one of the things with Byte too is when I sent in my impressions, when they responded to me and said you've been approved, at that point they make a recommendation whether you should do the daytime treatment or the nighttime only treatment. And in the end, they chose the nighttime for me. So I know that there is a component to the way the Byte works. So I believe because I'm doing it nighttime only, I have to do another process. So I have to wear them for 10 hours, and I have to do another process for like 10 minutes a day. And you are 22 to 24 hours a day.
Basically, when I'm not eating solid food, they're in. And the only other thing that if you go with Invisalign is that you're going to brush your teeth after any time you have any sort of food, so if you're not used to doing that, it's a whole new habit that you're literally, anytime you're eating, after you get done eating or drinking, it's just gross, I think, to put
they tell you have to brush your teeth before you put them back in.
I'm going through a lot more toothpaste, and my toothbrush is wearing out faster. So
okay, so you've been doing it for 2 weeks, and how comfy have you been?
So the first 4 days or so, when I got the very first ones in, my mouth definitely felt sore, in the sense that the teeth, the movement of stuff, the pressure on my jaw inside from the strain of how they were going to be moving stuff around got to me a little bit. Not like I needed aspirin or it drove me crazy, but I could definitely feel the pressure on the inside of my mouth.
Yeah, so all of yours will change every 2 weeks.
Yep.
And with Byte, you change every week. So even though they arrived yesterday, I'm also a little bit afraid to put them in because I'm afraid of pain. But that's just me. So do you want to show what's in your box?
Okay, so when I got to my appointment at the dentist, he obviously gets a box that has all my aligners in it. And he pulls out the very first set, and I'll show you. So the very first set it says here, it has a number on it. It says upper one, lower one, and they're just in there like that. And what he does is you get in the chair and he then looks at all of the instructions that Invisalign has given him, and he puts these little things on your teeth. He refers to them as buttons. And basically what they are is they're like anchor points.
So there's not a spot in the aligner that the button fits?
Yeah, it does, but it's pressure. And then you get this little package as your take-home thing. And what's in here is the box. And you open it, and there's what you get. Okay? And this little thing is the thing that you use so that you don't throw your aligners away. It's a case because so many people take their aligners out, you know, when they're at a restaurant and they put them on the table on a napkin or whatever, and that's how they lose stuff. So they give you this, they give you these little cleaning crystals that you use to get the aligners clean, and then inside here is this manual that they give you down here, and this is like just another marketing
pamphlet.
kind of pamphlet thing.
It probably has instructions in it. Maybe.
Yeah, but anyhow,
He wouldn't read them.
I wouldn't read him I just did what he told me to do. Yeah, it's more like a marketing thing and has some instructions.
Where will your new smile take you?
So that's it. So that's what you get in this package with all this stuff, and that's it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then you have obviously your little package that will be empty after he puts the buttons on and he fits you with the first set of your aligners, and he explains to you that when you go to pull them off, they don't have to be super gentle because they're actually tight, and you pull from one side and you peel across, and then the same thing from the bottom, you open one side and you kind of shimmy it up that way. That's it.
That's it. So do we want to unbox my stuff?
Yes, we do.
Okay. So here's Byte, and it's the Byte by Night.
Ooh, she's got a mirror.
I have a fancy mirrored box. Let's see. And this is my little book. Your dream smile is here. So this actually has more instructions and stuff. It talks about how to do it. So let's see, what's this?
So this is the first time she's opening this, so you're seeing, look at that.
So the nighttime, according to Byte, the average person takes 6 months by day, which I know Invisalign is always a year, and they plan 9 months for nighttime use because it's only on for 10 hours. So there's my step 1, it says. It's got my name, my prescriber on the back, little information. We haven't opened those yet, so I haven't tried these.
But it's kind of weird that you're wearing them less and your time having to do it is shorter.
But
so you would think it would be the other way around,
But
right?
that's because Byte has this fancy thing. It says, let's accessorize. So it comes with 2 things. 3. So yes, I have a case, so I don't throw them away, and it's in the shape of a bait. Looks like my lips. And this is what's called a hyperbite. This you wear, it's like a vibrating device. They call it hyperbite. I think it's in the instructions over there. But it talks about, I know I have to wear it for 10 minutes a day. It's rechargeable. And this has something to do with actually helping to move the teeth faster, supposedly. It could just be a gimmick, who knows? It is red. And I suppose, without reading instructions, it's not charged. So I will clearly have to plug that in and charge it up. And I think you just go, and you bite down on it for 10 minutes a day. You can do it 5 minutes.
And it's vibrating while you're doing that.
Just what I need, more devices to charge. Okay, so we just plug that in. So maybe we'll get it to at least vibrate or do something before we end this video.
And the thing we didn't mention, that on the 22nd, it was the 22nd, when we both went together, and that's when I actually got my aligners installed, Joellen had the conversation with our dentist saying, did I make a good decision, blah, blah, blah. And so in the end, he actually said the same question that I just did. If your teeth don't have constant pressure on them all the time, how are they going to properly move or move in the right amount of time. But again, she's invested in this at this point. I'm invested in Invisalign at this point. He said, give it a try.
Go for it.
And he almost said, wear it more than...
Right. And I think I would do that anyway. So when I talked to my customer service person, I had asked her a lot of those same questions too. And she said that, and I don't necessarily believe this because it doesn't make any sense to me, but she said, studies have shown that teeth don't move as much during the day as they do at night. Really? How is that possible? I don't know. But that's their theory. But again, because I had already done it, what the heck? And I will wear it more. Another thing she said is, why wear it more? Because every week you're going to change them no matter what. She said, it's kind of like paying off an interest-free credit card early. But to me, I also know every time you put them back in and out and you take them in and out, they'd be a little bit uncomfortable. So we work from home. The idea of me having them in during the day will be fine. I'll take it out of the package and we can even compare how like thick mine are. I think the night ones are a little thicker because I also grind my teeth at night. So that was another reason that they thought that would be good for me. But I'm going to show you what else is in my box. So this one is Bright Bite whitens teeth and cleans aligners. So apparently when you take them off or whatever, when you're going to put them back on, you just spray this in for cleaning. And then you pop it right back in. You don't rinse it off. And
That's cool.
Yeah, and I did read in that little book, too, that you should never soak them in, like, mouthwash or anything like that. I know you can, like, brush them gently. So there's that. And then one of the reasons that I bought them the day that they approved me, they have an offer if you kind of bite the bullet. The same. Let's see that I did that. If you bite the bullet the same day that you get approved, they threw in a free whitener thing, not this, something that's a little stronger than this. And I'm going to just wait till the end of my treatment to do that because, and it didn't come in this box anyway, so I'll have to find out where that is. Because I have bonding on my two front teeth from falling off a bicycle and when I was little. So whitening doesn't whiten bonding, so I'll wait until my teeth are all straightened and then the dentist will fix my bonding and then I'll whiten to match the bonding. Or vice versa. Something like that.
We're going to pause here real quick because
we're going to ask you to like this video, hit that subscribe button, and ding that bell for notifications. And what I would say is obviously we are not going to torture anybody with watching our teeth align over the next year. However, we will absolutely answer any questions. So if you see this video in a week or a month or whatever, we will answer as we're going along in this process for sure.
Yeah, I mean, what's the chances of literally finding two people in the same household that are together that have chosen two different teeth alignment processes? I actually went to the dentist today because it was 2 weeks. That's a little. You're little.
I got little baby teeth.
Wow.
Why are they? I don't think that's going to fit me. How's that going to fit?
I don't know.
Oh, look, there's my snaggle tooth right there. That's my tooth I don't like. I call that my snaggle tooth.
So today, number ones got pulled out of me. I just pulled them out when I got to the dentist. Number twos are in right now. And then the doctor, out of the big box that he got, the dentist said, okay, I am going to see you in 6 weeks, so I'm going to give you your next other two sets. And so he said, just mark on the packages when you replace what you have in your mouth now to the next one, and then 2 weeks from then, next one, and then 2 weeks from there, I'll be back in the chair, him checking my progress.
Yeah. So that looks really little. I'm a little concerned.
It sure does look little.
Might not fit me. We might be doing another video tomorrow.
Want to talk about price? Okay. So I don't know what Invisalign normally cost.
And I know it's different for everybody. So that's one of the things.
Okay.
They specialize your treatment. Like it's based on how many times you have to go back to the dentist, how much work you need to do. So the prices can really vary. Even when I talked to our dentist, he had said to me when I was contemplating when I was telling him about Byte, and we were on the phone, he said, come in and see me. He said, I don't think that your issues would be as much as like your
She's going to try to say this nice. She's going to say, like, your teeth aren't as jacked up as Joe's, so you're going to be cheaper.
He did. So he said, I would probably be a little bit less because my case was not as complex.
Oh,
How's
so
that?
you put it nicely.
Yeah,
Very
he
good,
wasn't
yeah,
mean
right.
about you.
Okay, so anyhow, my Invisalign treatment, all in that I know of,
And obviously, it's also because you go to the dentist. Like the dentist has to cover his time to see you each time and
right,
stuff like
and
that.
all the stuff that he has to do. My all in for me for Invisalign is $4,200.
And me all in for the nighttime treatment, which I think is a little bit more. I'm at $2,200. So I'm saving $2,000. Also, one of the things that Byte offers is it's called split pay. So it's not, they have a financing thing. They've got a few different things. But when I was just ready to stick mine on a credit card, she said to me, do you want to do split pay? So I actually have 6 equal payments that's hitting my credit card, interest free, no fees, no nothing. So I could have just paid the credit card off, but I figured why? So unfortunately, because I stalled in actually ordering, I've already been hit my card like 3 times, and I'm just starting now. But I'll be done in 3 months. And
Right.
so that's just for somebody who's got a little bit of a financial thing. A, you're saving money, and B, they do offer that.
Yep.
So we have to also say this is not sponsored by either of these or our fabulous dentist.
Correct.
Although we love
Right.
our dentist.
We love our dentist. We wish we would have got sponsored, and in the future, we'll do other things. You know, like if they want us to do something weird to a body part, as long as they pay us, we'll do it. Oh, leak it.
So I think that's it for now. I'm
Yeah.
gonna go wash my hands, and I'm gonna wash these, and I'm gonna just see if, and brush my teeth, and just see if they fit, because then I'll be prepared for tonight.
So once again, ask us anything in the comments. We'll tell you anything that we can explain. Or
This video will be up, so
Yep.
it doesn't
So
have
just-
to be questions today.
right.
You could ask if
ask away, and we'll answer them. And once
keep you
again,
posted.
please like this video. Please hit that subscribe button, and definitely hit the bell so that you get notifications when we put up more updates about our progress with all of this.
and
Right?
our other videos,
Yeah, and all our amazing other videos.
fun videos. All right, thank
Okay,
you.
thank you. Bye.
Bye.